Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Barnett Gatti, and welcome back, folks, one and all, to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is the future of me speaking. I am splitting this video, originally, just so you know, in case you're wondering. Um, Mainly because the video is too long, like I really care. I really don't. It's like 27, I think, 27 minutes and 22 seconds. And I've already got a video up, I guess I tried to explain before, of, no, I forgot that I just explained it when I first did this part. I'm going to delete that part because it was too long. Anyway, so it's at 195. It's already up there, but BitChute, not YouTube, but will not accept it. They think it's 2 gigabytes. Okay, well, I'm not here to argue with them or dispute that, so I'm just doing what I can. Originally I wasn't going to split this, but whatever. It's going to be a longer series anyway, at least for uploads. So this is going to be, well, getting to where we need to, and then I'll stop it there, and then we'll finish off with the battlefields just to begin with, and then you'll get a fully length video, and then I'll have to split another video, which is going to be crazy, but at least I can get rid of this video, the original one. All right. And then, yeah. So, but yeah, originally it was recorded on Monday, which was yesterday. December the 12th day of the year. And this is the final month, by the way, of the year. Wow. 2022 has not gone by fast. It's actually getting slower. In a lot of ways it gets faster, but a lot of times it gets slower. So it just depends on what's going fast and what's going slow, you know. You can pay attention to what you want to, and still, it wouldn't matter. It's not going as fast as you might actually think it is. It's not. It's not. People think it is. I'm going to shut up now.
The only way to get there, unfortunately, is through India. As far as I'm aware of, anyway.
And he's right. To get to the ship dock, you just can't go there. I will show it off in a bonus video that, if I can reach it again, probably, for just, I'll add it in with the, because, you can't get to the ship without talking to Captain Mac. Even though they can't make up their mind whether he's Captain Mac or Mac, he's still a captain, though. Like, a lot of times they'll say Captain Mac and then they'll say Mac, or very rarely they might say Dad, but anyway.
Which is crazy crack-a-lack stuff. So, ship dock. So, yeah, we can actually go up here.
You know, the odd thing is, I remember at some point you could actually jump and it would just automatically load it into it, but no, it's not doing that this time. I don't know. Maybe it was a glitch. But it wasn't a bad glitch. This is legitimately on, I think I want to say on, I don't know. I don't want to say it was on cartridge, but no, and I don't mean a pear tree either. Yeah, because that's what it was in the back in the old days. Cartridge. I believe it was Sega that first introduced. Well, one of them that first introduced CD. They had cartridges. Well, I think, yeah, they did. And then, well, anyway, no, maybe it was, Well, no, they weren't the first company to introduce CD-based games. I don't know why the hell I think that. Well, I mean, as far as console games goes, yeah. One of them was. Oh, well, I'm going to shut up now.
And this is pretty damn awesome. So, but the ship will go on its own. However...
Yeah, in case you couldn't hear me there, because I didn't mean to open the mic. It's kind of hard not to touch the mic when you're playing. The ship will go on its own. Basically, it'll move on its own once you hit the, once you touch the steering wheel, or the wheel, as it's called. It'll do that. It'll do that back and forth. It's the only way to move. There are no other transportations in this entire game that will even let you go as far as that. So yeah, I'm gonna split this up, and then because the last part is going to be the starting of the. Because I might as well. I mean, I probably should have done it to begin with, but what the hell? I really didn't plan on it, but you know, whatever.
You don't want to go anywhere yet. So what you want to do, this is optional, completely optional. Max ship B1. Now you might see some guys up here that are look exactly alike. Well, they're shops. So how about some crew persons? Hell no. And I would completely keep refusing to get them. I could get them if I wanted to, but no. See, this guy will sell you seeds. I mean, I probably should have bought seeds from this guy. I forgot to do that, but it doesn't really matter.
But in case you didn't hear me the first time, there's like literally no point to getting items or buying items. You can if you want to, but there's no point because you have way more than an opportunity. So there's not much. Unlike in some games where you can, because it might be a while before you find a chest that has items or something. Because you know, you could pretty much stock up on items at the shop, and even then, you probably wouldn't be a good idea to really max out on them. But hey, it just depends on the game as well.
However, because we're going to go into some battlefields, I might consider using them just so I don't have to do that. So let's go back, and I mean, I could go in there and go to where we need to go to and then come back out, but I don't want to have to go through all that. Because by the time we get done and everything, oh, look at that, we can actually do this. You know, actually, I could do that and come back. Because you might as well know that we are going to be going into a boss gauntlet.
And by the way, I don't normally do this way. In fact, I have skipped the battlefields because there's not much point to them other than to get EXP and at the last bit of the game, which is not a bad thing to backtrack to. That would be the only thing I would say would be worth backtracking to, unless you're wanting to, you know, whatever. I have to go backtrack to get some more refreshers before I can max them out, but anyway.
Oh yeah, so that's what I was going to talk to you about. I didn't want to spoil it just yet, but yeah. So this ship is very key essential. There was supposed to be a Final Fantasy Mystic Quest 2, but that never even happened. So we might as well complete our collection. I'm not going to bother with any monsters any more than I already have to. So just be prepared for that, because once we come in, we're not coming back out again. I mean, we're not going to be doing anything. So you might have noticed that this guy over here is back again.
Now, what I mean by that once I get started on this dungeon, I'm not going to want to come back out, because, at least for the full segment of it. But I'm going to anyway, because we're still not yet at the point of no return. So, and if I still can't get it done, what's this? Oh, God. Anyway, stupid emails. Yeah, so, yeah, because it's like a no point return. You can go and leave if you want to, but you're just going to have to start all over again. It's absolutely crazy. But I think it'll be for the most part for the worth it, because I'm going to try and level up. It's probably going to take me bloody ages, but I'm going to fast forward through it, so it shouldn't take me too terribly long, because we're already at, I want to say, well, 35, and then I think in another episode it's 37, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, because it actually skipped a level. And that wasn't me, that was the game. Because it gives you a couple of levels, which is crazy to think it would do that. But anyway.
We've already defeated him, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like if you go back to the way, and if you know where it's at, it's back in the other way that we came out of. So we want to fight this guy. This is the first time we actually fought, as far as I'm aware of, the sprite of Shadow. Not the first time we've actually seen this or fought Shadow, but it is the first time doing it. So if I remember correctly, she's got more spells now. Look at that. She's got White now, and she's got Blizzard and Fire.
By the way, no, I was wrong there. I wasn't thinking. My memory See, my memory sometimes fails me. You know, it's not the first time. We actually fought Shadow back in, I want to say, Lava Dome. It's the very first time we actually fought the sprite for it, and I forgot about it. I do apologize. I wasn't trying to mislead you. At the same time, it's like I try to tell you, when you get older, it's hard to remember things. And you only remember what you can at the time. It's not like you're trying to say, well, I'm trying to deceive you. No, it's just at that time, that's what I could remember. And I believe I did say, I think. I didn't, well, I did think, but I was wrong. Because I just now remember this is the future me talking the next day. Telling you, no, this is not the first time we actually fought the sprite. Um, you know, maybe as far as Doom Castle is concerned, maybe, but and it's also the first. You might say as well as it's the first time being the first one to you have to go through in order to get through Doom Castle. But it is what it is.
She had fire, I believe, originally, and she already had thunder, so we can take these guys down. And we could go over some spells. And of course, you're going to do that anyway. But like I said, spells are more effective, eventually. And don't be using up her weapons. That's just silly.
So basically, he's saying, or past me is saying that at this point in the game, as strong as you are, and if you want to get to it fast enough, it's just spells. It just also depends on the enemy itself. Like, oozes, beholders, I think they're called. I'm not sure. I think that's what they're called. The ones with the shields. Kind of like Pazuzu. Pazuzu had a shield. But it only happened when he did the psych shield. Whenever he put up his psych shield, that was it. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now.
I mean, we could do that against some enemies, but, not the bosses. No. So, yeah, there's also this. So that's why you need the Dragon Claw. If you don't have the Dragon Claw, you're not going to get anywhere.
Also, you don't want to destroy those bones. It might be a clue in the Bone Dungeon. I'm going to say that this is going to be twice now, but because I didn't fully explain this. Basically, because you don't really think about it until later in the game, and I don't. As a matter of fact, it took me several years before I even thought about it. But yeah, and I have destroyed platforms. Not a good thing, because it makes it even harder for you to get where you need to go to. So, to progress to the first part of this dungeon, which it's sand. And so I apologize for me saying it twice, but I don't regret it. It's worth it because I have a more better of a chance to explain it now that I've been kind of revitalized, as you might say. I've had some sleep since then. I mean, I am still kind of tired because I had to wake up early for a precious phone call. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
But the game practically makes you have it because it's given to you. If you don't have it, it's a glitch. There's something wrong. Because you should have already gotten that before you came up here. And yeah, you got to do this in a certain way or you're not going to get anything. So I'm going to go over this way. And yes, I'm going to have to throw a mega grenade. And actually, you have to have those anyway because if you don't, well, because this is moving sand. So what we want to do now is we want to do this. Yep. So there might be a clue in Bone Dungeon, but it really makes no difference.
Actually, I don't know why I was thinking it because it's moving stand. I at the time I just think because you already have it. That's probably why I really wasn't thinking about it at the time, but yeah, you already had the mega grenade. You kind of had to have the mega grenade for certain things to throw it at, but you don't really need the mega grenade for that point. But it already gives it to you, so you don't have a choice but to use it. Not that it's going to make much difference, because ultimately, in the end, like I've said before, or tried to tell you, I don't use explosives. I mean, I have, but there's like literally no point when I got other weapons, and now to the point that we're using spells because spells are more effective. Now there are other games out there that I have played where I do a variety of both. This game essentially you can play it any way you want to, but I highly recommend that if you're wanting to get through it all very fastly and effectively, fast speed and using spells would absolutely help out. The strongest spells you've got. Nothing too weak. Because even Earthquake is a little too weak at this point. I mean, you can still kind of use it, but some enemies, I would not. I just wouldn't bother at all. I don't recommend it. Because at this point in time, my Flare is my ultimate spell. Even though that or penultimate. Even though there is Wind or Arrow, whatever it's called, because they have different names of different games. I don't know why they can't make it in rhyme, but Arrow. Anyway, and yeah, she's all. I think she's pretty much had some cure spells, CB or Phoebe. I don't. Yeah, as a matter of fact, she did come up with Heal, Cure, and Life. She's the only one so far, I guess. Anyway.
Well, I think this is going to be a new enemy. I could be wrong, but I know the sprite's not new exactly. No, it's not new. Neither is Destano, but let's go ahead and throw in some of that, throw in that. You might have noticed there was well at the screen that there was a treasure chest down there. I don't remember if we could have seen it when we were in the other way, but yes, there is another treasure chest here. We couldn't have worried about it until we got up here anyway. Found egg is chilled. Now this right here is the final enchilada that we actually need to complete our collection. What this does is it actually makes us much more powerful to anything you could possibly imagine.
So basically, through the Focus Star where we got our arrow spell at, you can get it at any time. You can't possibly miss it unless you bypass it by trying not to get it and just go all the way to the end here. But this chest, I'm not sure if you could have saw it or not when I was recording. It might have, but again, he's right. Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to do anything with that chest until you got here, which is the final one that even counts for, equipment, stuff like that, which includes weapons to, because most of them you're going to be buying. It's a bit of a spoiler, but it's like enough in the game you've already seen it, so you might as well know that it's not really, at this point, it wouldn't matter if it was a spoiler, because you're already to this point. If I'd have said it earlier, it would have mattered. But yeah, so in any case, I don't like to spoil things. I like to spoil a little bit as I go along, let the kind of game kind of show you. I'll give you a little clues here and there, but
Now look at that. We have what it has. Well, we got that double and plus rock, whatever that means. I guess we can't get effective. Ooh, I think she's got another armor. I could be wrong, but look at that.
Cupid locket. That question mark there means they cannot confuse us anymore. Basically, they can't put us around there because you remember for the longest time, enemies that had the ability to put you in confusion state was able to do that. And once you get the armor, which is a good thing if you get to where I'm at, yeah, you no longer have to worry about that because it is quite annoying. It is. And with the rock, it means that they can't stone us. So, and we're supposed to be strong against Doom, but it just depends on the enemy, I guess. I thought it was all except for the boss or whatever, but no, apparently some enemies can still do it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize they still could do it, because I remember a lot of times I played through it, a lot of them would miss, or it just wouldn't, just wouldn't go. That's it. The only ones that would do it were the bosses. So, what can I say? That's the only I remember. And, Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now.
Wow. She came with Magic Ring. Aether Shield, I guess, has been upgraded. against whatever that is. I guess it's an advanced form of wind.
Yeah, if you can see that little tiny little thing, it looks like kind of like a ninja star, kind of, maybe. It's also like a wind or a hurricane. I'm not sure. I have no idea what it is. I'm not gonna look it up either. I'm too lazy. I might do it as we go to the final conclusion. But right now, I want to heavily focus on this game and get it done and over with. Because it's past time to get it over with. It's not that I haven't had a chance to get it over with. It's just that since I started fresh, I just haven't had a chance to. I really wasn't planning on doing this, getting this done quicker than having more videos out for the other playthroughs. But I was planning on having it done anyway. So I am kind of glad in a way that I'm doing this. But once I get this done, because I'm rushing through this as fast as I can. So yeah. And I'm spitting out as much videos as I can of this, because right now this is one of my heavy focuses right now. Even though in between I'll be uploading Top War, I'll still be doing that until level 80. And then once that's done, we're through. I mean, I might go so far as to do 120, but you know, I'll show it off on both accounts to show the differences between the two, because there will be a slight difference. The only difference is that there's not as far as taking on. Well, you just gotta get lucky. So, anyway, I'm gonna shut up now again.
Whatever. Yep, she can't be put to sleep, which is good. You know. Yep, she's strong against water and wind. I don't know. Or hurricanes, I don't know. Anyway. There you go. What do you know? Okay, so we're going to get the hell out of here. What you can do is, we can use this. And by the way, yes, that does use up our spells. But we're going to go back in here. We're going to go back over here. We're going to go to the very first place. We're going to go do some backtracking. And Forrester will always have it free. Most games you will find that there is going to be a free spot, but you won't find it everywhere. Which is the craziest thing. Final Fantasy VII has a free spot to rest. I don't know why, or you know, they only have limited spots.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for this episode. Until then, later. This part.